more on this story, we can speak to Gulnur Aybet. She's the head of political science and international relations at Bahçeşehir University here in Istanbul. Gulnur, thank you very much for coming in. It's another tragic attack on Turkey.
Yes.
What's your sense of this? Is this evidence that the security forces can't do enough to try and stop these terrorists from attacking?
Well, first of all, this is what all terrorist organizations try to do, no matter which country they operate in, no matter under which political goal. They first of all try to intimidate the security forces and the government from carrying out counter-terror operations. They try to instill fear into the public, and they try to wane public support for counter-terror operations. So this is a very classical tactic, and that's why these attacks are very sporadic, because you don't know when the next one is going to come from, but it might not happen for a while. The government, the authorities have declared that they thwarted about 24 suicide bombing attempts. It's very difficult to try to prevent this kind of attack because the odd one, unfortunately, can slip through the net. Because if somebody is there in a sleeper cell ready to blow themselves up in a civilian targeted area, it's very difficult. We saw this 10 years ago, again, with the London bombings. We saw it with the Paris attacks. It's very difficult to predict. And usually, because these are virtual cells, in the aftermath of the attack, we also tend to lose the trail very quickly as well.
Well, let's just take a step away from it slightly for a second and talk about how these attacks in a week are affecting the wider economy and especially tourism, because a lot of people are now concerned.
Unfortunately. I mean, of course, nobody has claimed anything yet, but the speculations are it's either PKK or one of its offshoots or Daesh. Now, Daesh didn't really attack the Turkish homeland until quite recently when they attacked a tourist area. So now we know that that's on their agenda. Similarly, the PKK have traditionally attacked only the military and security forces in the southeast. They actually attacked a military target in the capital for the first time, and then an offshoot of the PKK attacked civilians in the capital. So these are brand new tactics for these terrorist organizations within Turkey. And that same organization, that offshoot of the PKK that carried out the Ankara attack, actually did make a statement that they intended to target tourist locations. So obviously the tourism industry is now officially a target. There will be extremely more vigilance. But then let's not forget that Turkey's also been dealing with terror for a very long time. I remember for very long years in the UK, we dealt with the IRA terror, and they had a similar impact on the tourism as well as general safety. They use the same tactics to instill fear in people, and somehow, governments have to stay firm and continue with counter-terror operations.
So, Gulnur, it's always a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming in. Thank you.